Hello, lovely people. Hello, thank you so much for joining me. Very nice to see you. Lovely, lovely to see you. Thank you so much for letting me in your homes. Again, it's me again. Every Sunday. I hope you're well, and I hope that you've had a good Sunday so far. Hope you've had a good weekend so far. Very nice to see you. I also just want to extend my congratulations to the lovely, I think it was Nasreen, is that right? Who got the Nobel Peace Prize in Iran. Big success there for all Iranian women. So congratulations to everybody there. Our hearts go out to Armita and her family. I truly hope that she makes a speedy recovery, hopefully. Definitely. Not Nag. Oh my God, not Nasreen. Nargis. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Nargis, thank you. Thank you for correcting me there. That was, yeah, thank you. Lovely. So, lovely to see you, Nargis Mohammadi. Yes, thank you so much for correcting me. So I hope that you're all well. Excuse me. In tonight's live, we're going to talk about common mistakes that people make. And these, when I'm mentioning these mistakes, when I'm talking about these mistakes, it doesn't mean that people who make these mistakes have bad English. Not at all. If you look at lots and lots of people when they come, lots of foreign people, when they come on TV and they speak, their English might not be perfect, but you see that they are people who speak very confidently. Yeah, they speak to the world basically on the news, and they're not worried about what people think. They're not at all worried that, oh, my vocabulary was wrong, my grammar was wrong. They just speak because it's important for them just to say what they want to say. And we who are listening, we understand. Believe me, our brain, everybody in the world, our brain is developed enough. Our brain is strong and clever enough that even if there are little mistakes in the sentence, the brain will automatically correct them for us, so we will understand what that person is trying to say. So please don't worry if you make any of these mistakes that I'm talking about tonight. I'm just saying these so we can learn to improve ourselves, basically. Before I do, I promised... Oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Some ladies I had in my class on Monday evening at 8 o'clock. Yeah, my language and culture in the UK class. And they taught me a new word last Monday. And I have to try and use that word now in Farsi. I have to try and use that word to make sure that I've learnt it correctly. Okay. I don't know if anybody is here from the language and culture class, but I'm going to say it anyway. Is it correct, the word soqolme? Is that right? Soqolme, yeah? Soqolme nazan. Is that correct? What I'm trying to say, is don't elbow me. Don't elbow me. Don't... yeah, don't distract me. Don't elbow me, basically, with my... Is that right? Oh, yes, okay. Sorol menazan, is that right? So yes, that's something I learned from my lovely ladies in in the Monday class that we had. Lovely. I'm so happy that I got it correct. Thank you. Because you're all improving your English. I want to improve my Farsi. So we're working together. Very good. Lovely. Right. So if it's okay, I'm just going to take the comments off. Many apologies. It's just that I don't want it to be distracting to anybody. Now, on one of the videos from another teacher, but that's a little part from students who've been talking. I've heard a lot of students make mistake between see a film and watch a film. Okay, Layla, when do we use see a film? When do we use watch a film? You might be in the middle of watching a film and somebody changes the channel. You say, excuse me, I'm watching that film. So that's where we use watch. I'm watching that film. Excuse me, I'm watching that film. Why did you change the channel? So that's when we use watch, okay? Or for instance, I might be watching a series and I'm telling you, yeah, I'm watching this great series. Oh my God, it's fantastic. I can't get enough. It's wonderful. I can't wait for it to finish. You know, I'm really excited to see how it ends. So that's again when we use watch. Now, if the film has finished, if the program has finished, the series has finished, or you've been to the cinema, and the film has finished, now you want to report to somebody, you want to give information to somebody, that's when we use see. I've seen that film. We don't say I've watched that film. We say I've seen that film. Oh, I've seen that film. Yeah, it's really good. So we don't use watch anymore. We use see. Okay. This is a big mistake I've seen lots of students make. So that's a little bit of a difference between see and watch. Okay. I want to ask you about a film. I might have seen the film and I want to see if you have seen the film as well. Have you seen that film? I will never say, have you watched that film? I'll say, have you seen that film? Yeah. So that's how we use the difference between see and watch. Okay. The other thing that I've heard a lot from students, this isn't just Farsi speaking students, this is all types of students. A lot of students, when they want to ask a short question, they might put the emphasis or stress in the wrong place. Okay. So let's say I'm on the bus. Yeah. I want to sit down and there's somebody sitting on the bus and they're sitting in a bad way. They've taken 2 seats and that's not good, is it? So I want to say to them, excuse me, can you move? Because I want to sit as well. But we don't say, can you move? The way we say this is, are you sitting here? Okay, the stress is sitting. So the stress isn't it with the question word are, it's with the verb. Are you sitting here? Sitting here? Are you sitting here? Yeah. So if you're on the bus, somebody is sitting in a bad way, they've taken 2 seats. We don't say move. We say, excuse me, are you sitting here? That means, is that your seat? Are both of these your seat? You know, that doesn't make sense. Or can I sit here? Is anyone sitting here? These are the questions we can ask. Another one, for example, I don't know, somebody has finished with something and you want to ask, can I use it? You say, are you using that? Are you using that? The way I've heard a lot of students ask is, are you using that? They put the stress on are, but the stress doesn't go on are. The stress goes on the main verb. Are you using that? Are you sitting here? Are you done with your plate? If you're working in a restaurant or cafe, you want to collect the plates from the table from a customer. You say, are you done with your plate? Have you finished your food? So the stress goes on the main verb, not on the first question word. Okay. The next thing I'm going to talk about is not grammar or vocabulary. It's more to, I'm not actually sure if it's a cultural, actually I'm going to turn the comments on for you to help me, because I'm not sure, the next thing I'm going to talk about now, I'm not sure if it's a cultural thing or if it's a personality thing. So hopefully you can help me. I've had a couple of people on Instagram who have asked me to do something. Some people have said, would you please follow me? Some people have said, would you share my post? Or, very, very nice things. Some people have made such requests. If for any reason I've said no, sorry, and I've given a reasonable reason, these people have got really, really offended. They've got really offended and very offensive as well. And they start attacking. So I don't know, is this a cultural thing that in Iran, if you ask somebody to do something and if you get rejected, is it a cultural thing for people to get so offensive and attack? Or do you think it's a personality thing? I don't know. It's cultural? Okay. Unfortunately, it's cultural. Yeah. Okay. Okay. As long as I know it's a cultural thing. Yeah. Okay. A lot of you are saying it's cultural. Yeah. So, people are asking very nice things. One person asked if I could go to their college and if I could teach their class and that kind of thing. And I said, I'm really sorry. Unfortunately, my timetable is full. I can't come. I wish I could. They got really offended. Or, you know, it's a cultural thing. Okay. Okay. Because in the UK, we don't get offended. The word no is absolutely fine in you know, vocabulary. We try to find a way around it. We try to negotiate. We try to come to an agreement. We don't say, oh, she said no, that's it, finished, that's it, it's ruined. It's no. We still try to find a way around it. Okay, so the answer was no. I understand. Would you suggest an alternative? Can you think of a future date? Is there anything I can do that could possibly change your mind? These are how we respond, especially men. I'm not going to say if it's men or women. Who was that? Someone said especially for men. Okay, I'm not commenting on if it's man or women. So yeah, it doesn't matter if it's man or woman, but this is what I've seen. We negotiate too. Okay. Okay. به نظرم کالچر ما نیست به اون فرد مربوطه. Okay, so it might be a generational thing. Somebody has said it's from the previous generation. Yeah, we have rejected. That's a good thing. I know that obviously right now, and I don't want to get too political about this at all because it's an English session. I don't want to get political, but I do understand that people in lots of countries are under a lot of pressure. I know that there's a lot of stress, so they really don't want to hear the word no. I understand. But that's something that in the British culture anyway, we don't get offended. This is just me telling you, that's all. I'm not asking anybody to change their behavior or anything. It's just me telling you that in the British culture, if somebody says no, I can't send you that email. No, I can't give you a lift home. Excuse me. No, I can't tell you what happened in the meeting. No, you know, whatever. We don't take it personally. There must be a reason why that person is saying no. Or if there is no reason, that person just wants to say no. Okay, it's no, and we're going to continue with the day. We're not going to get personal and attack that person and, oh my God, you're a horrible person. You call yourself a teacher. We don't do that. Okay. Okay, that's just one thing I wanted to point out. Right, I'm going to close the comments again. I hope that's okay. Turning the comments off again. We're going back to the grammar and vocabulary. There's one fantastic teacher, lovely teacher that I've seen on Instagram. This was the question. What are you doing in here? What are you doing in here? When we have the preposition in, it suggests that you are indoors or inside a place. What are you doing in here? It means if I'm in a specific little room, very small room, if I'm in a cabin, if I'm in a very small closed location, that's when I would use the preposition in. If I want to say to somebody, I say, what are you doing here. So we don't use the preposition in. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? That means, why are you here? What are you doing here? Yeah. What are you doing here? That means, why are you here? Okay. Very, very similar to this. If you are, if you're using the facilities, when we say if you're using the facilities, that means if you're using the toilets, So if you're on a plane, on a cruise ship, on a train, on a coach even, or in a building, anywhere, if you're using the facilities, that means if you're using the toilet, and you've locked the door, yeah, and someone from outside is knocking on the door, you can say occupied. That's it. You don't need to say, I'm in here, stop knocking. We don't say that. So occupied, that's all we say, occupied. That means there's somebody in here, please wait. Yeah, occupied, occupied. So this is when we would use the preposition in, I'm in here, that we would say occupied, occupied. Okay, lovely. I'm going to move on. The next one, I've heard lots of people speak like the king or queen. Yeah. So if they're in a cafe or a restaurant or something, they'll say, may I have a salad? May I have a salad? Or they might say, might I have, I don't know, the steak or the fish or anything. Why are we asking with may or might? Do you need permission? Why are you asking with may or might? It's the royal family, kings and queens, that say may I or might I. Normal people, we don't use that kind of language. So if you go to a restaurant, I don't know if you saw in the post that we posted yesterday, the three of us, myself, the fantastic Artefe, the lovely, lovely Samson, the three of us put a video on. And you might have seen that we don't keep repeating may I, might I. We don't say that. We'll say I'll have or could I have. A lot more informal. We don't ask for permission. If we've gone to a restaurant or cafe, we don't need anybody's permission. Might I, may I have a coffee? Of course I may have a coffee. I've come to a cafe. I don't need anybody's permission. So could I have a coffee is very, very polite, but even more informal is I'll have a coffee, please. I'll have a coffee, please. There's one thing that we want to remember, and that is that in the UK, when you go to a shop, the more friendly you are with that shop assistant, that person who is serving you, the shop assistant, the person behind the bar, the waiter, anybody, the more friendly you are with them, the better service you get. And the more friendly you are doesn't mean using formal language. It means using informal language. So usually if I go to a supermarket and I see somebody who's really, really tired, she's been working for like 8-9 hours straight, I'll say, you know, just have a friendly chat. What time are you on till? What time are you on till? What time are you on till? While she's busy scanning my items and putting them in the bag. It's just to be nice and friendly. Or, oh, it's getting a bit chilly, isn't it? Just very, very friendly chats that we have with somebody. Or, oh, I've seen you've got new flowers. Those are nice. You know, just to have a chat with somebody. It really helps. And I must say, they pay more attention to the customers who are a little bit more friendly with them. Okay. I don't know if that'll help you, but there we go. That's a cultural thing. You might have also seen that we use a lot of our facial expression when we're talking, when we're communicating. So only a little bit comes from our language and our tone of voice. A lot of it comes from our facial expression. So yesterday in the video, you might have seen when I was requesting some vinaigrette, I was saying, yeah, just a little vinaigrette on the side. That was me being friendly. Instead of saying, please, may I have vinaigrette? Oh my God, I'm not the queen. So a very friendly way is using the facial expression. We make eye contact, lots of smiles, because we want to be friendly. Okay, lovely. I'm going to come back to you, lovely people, turning the comments on. Just give me a thumbs up. Let me know how you're doing so far. Is everything okay so far? Does it make sense what I'm saying? Basically, that's my question. Yeah, just waiting for people to let me know if it makes sense what I'm saying. Am I just, yeah? Lovely. Thank you, Bita. Thank you, Sami. Bahare, lovely. Okay, so you're still with me, yeah? I haven't lost you. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Lovely. It's fantastic that it's so interactive. Wonderful. One other thing I've heard, and I don't know if this goes back to the Farsi, which is why people are translating it this way. Let's see, how would this be? In English, we would say, I'm not sure, I don't know why, I'm not sure, and then the rest of the sentence. I'm not sure, and then after I'm not sure, we don't ask a question, we say the sentence. I'm not sure, we don't say, what are they doing? That's a question. We turn it into a sentence. I'm not sure what they are doing. Okay. In Farsi, مطمئن نیستم دارن چیکار میکنن. دارن چیکار میکنن? That's my question. مطمئن نیستم دارن چیکار میکنن. Okay. So in Farsi, we've got I'm not sure, and then we've got the question, right? In English, we've got I'm not sure, and then the rest of it we turn into a sentence. So it's not the question. I'm not sure what, and then are they doing? No, they are doing. Subject, verb, objective. I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure what they're doing. I'm not sure what they're saying. I'm not sure what they're watching. I'm not sure what they're eating. So I'm not sure what, and then the sentence, not the question. Okay. من نمیدونم این کیه. من نمیدونم این کیه in Farsi. من نمیدونم, and then the question, yeah? این کیه. In English, I don't know, and then who. We don't say is this, we say this is. I'm not sure who this is. I'm not sure who this is, yeah? I might have had a phone call. I'm answering the phone and somebody starts talking, and I want to say, who is, say, I'm not sure who this is. That means, can you introduce yourself, please? Who is this who's calling me? I'm not sure who this is. I'm not sure who this is. So when you want to, it's kind of like an indirect kind of a question. I'm not sure, I don't know. After that, we've got the question word, and then the rest of it is a sentence. It's not a question. Okay. I think the trouble starts when people start translating exactly from Farsi to English. That might be a bit of a problem. I've only got 2 more to go. I promise I won't keep you too long. 2 more to go, and then I'll let you go. Okay. Another one I've heard is people say slangs. I want to learn slangs. Do you teach slangs? I want to use slangs. Slang, vocabulary, grammar, these don't come in plural. They're always used as single. Okay. I want to learn slang. I want to use vocabulary. I want to learn grammar. So these are always used in single. We don't use them in plural. If we want to change them to plural, we need to add a certain part to the sentence. I want to learn a variety of vocabulary. That makes it plural. I want to learn a variety of vocabulary. I want to learn different tenses in grammar. That would make it plural, or anything like that. So slang, vocabulary, and grammar are not used as plural. They're used as singles. Okay. The last one, again, is about the culture. So I'm going to have lovely, lovely people on here so I can see you. Thank you for staying with me. The last thing I'm going to talk about tonight, and then I'm going to let you go because I know it's 7:30. You want to get ready for the new week. The last thing I'm going to talk about is, excuse me, that you said when we are. Sorry, what was this? Could you please write that you said when we are? I'm not sure what that is. I'm so sorry. Not sure what that is. Hi, Atafa. Thanks for joining. Please save this live. Yes, I will be saving. I save all the lives on YouTube, and then I put the link in the story. I'm not sure what that friend of ours is saying. I'm so sorry. Okay. Thank you, Bita. Thank you for being here. Lovely. So the very, very last thing I want to share with you, and again, this is a mistake in the English culture, but in the Farsi culture, it's brilliant. Okay, Farsi people are wonderful, wonderful, really, really kind, lovely, warm people. When you see someone's in trouble, you might just go and help without even asking. You just go and help, yeah? Or if you see someone struggling, like with heavy shopping bags, or the door's too big or heavy, or you see someone struggling, you say, "Komak mikhain." That's really nice, right? You just automatically go and ask, "Would you like some help?" We don't do that in the British culture, okay? We don't say, "Do you need any help?" Because that has a really, really negative meaning. Do you need any help? That person might be struggling and they might want some help, but as soon as I say, "Do you need any help?" quickly they say no. This wall comes in front of them, like this invisible wall. No, I don't need help. I can do it myself. It's a really cold British thing. So if you see someone struggling, usually we don't go and say, "Do you need help?" There are some people who have studied my language and culture in the UK course, okay? Anybody here, you tell me, if I see someone is struggling, they've got lots of shopping bags or whatever, they can't open the car door or whatever, what would we say to them instead of, "Do you need any help?" Because that's a big no-no. What would we say? Can you manage? Okay, can you manage? Mitra, do you have a channel on Telegram? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Telegram. Just go in the bio. There's a link there. It'll show you. Yes. Need a hand? Okay. Are you okay? Is that JVDHDRI? Very good. Very good. Can I give you a hand? Do you need a hand? Yeah. Do you need a hand? All of these are the same as "Do you need help?" We don't say this. What do we say? What our lovely friend just said. Hi, Samson. Thanks for joining. May I give you a hand? I'm happy to help. Will I help you? So usually if you see someone struggling, you don't automatically go and say, "Can I help you?" Because a lot of British people are so stubborn and so arrogant that they'll say, "No, I'm all right, thanks." So what we can say is what our very good friend said. Let me know if you need any help. Or the best one is, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay?" That's the best thing that you can say. Because somebody might really need help, but as soon as we say, "Do you need help?" it's like this invisible wall that they put in front of themselves. No, I don't need help. I can do it myself. But they actually do. They're just being a bit arrogant, yeah? So as soon as we see someone struggling, we can say, "Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay?" That's it. That's all we say. I've seen... Thanks, Samson. As soon as, I've seen this a lot. There might be parents, this could be mother or father. I've seen parents, one hand they've got the baby, the other hand they're trying to open the car door, and then they've also got their shopping and so many things, the car keys and the phone and all these kind of things they're trying to juggle at the same time. Instead of me saying, "Would you like any help?" That's quite offensive. I know that it means something really good and it's coming from a good place, but it just doesn't sound right. We say, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" That's all we say. And if we say, "Are you okay?" usually that person, that's my alarm, usually that person will be more willing to accept any help. They'll say, "Yes, actually, sorry, can you just open the car door for me?" Or, "Yeah, sorry, can you just grab my keys for me?" So they are a bit more willing to let you help them. instead of us saying, do you need any help? We don't say that, yeah? Are you okay? Very good, very good. Are you okay? That's all we say. Someone's trying to open one of these really, really heavy doors. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you've seen them. We actually got one of these really heavy doors installed in one of the block of flats somewhere that I go and visit regularly. And when you want to open the door, you really need to put, proper muscle in to open the door, and it's really, really heavy. So if you're carrying shopping bags, there's no way you can use one finger or pinky or anything to open the door. You need a full hand to open this door. And that's a situation where if anybody says to me, do you need any help? I'm going to say, no, I'm all right, thanks. He can clearly see that I need help, but I say, no, I'm all right, thanks. No, I'm all right, thanks. It's just, unfortunately, this really British thing that we've got inside, that we're not ready for someone to help us. But as soon as someone says, are you okay? I'll say, yeah, I'm just struggling with the door. And they will open the door and I'll say, thank you. So then I am more willing for that person to help me. It's just a cultural thing. The fire door in the hospital is very busy. Okay. Very good. So I hope that's okay. That was the last point that I wanted to mention. Again, it's a cultural thing. When somebody says, do you need any help? That's a lovely question, but we just do it in a different way. Can you please respond to a question? Who was that? That was Mariam Furuqi 88. Yes, I will try. If I know the answer, yes, I'll try. Different culture is really annoying, William. William Wallace, different culture is really annoying. You know what, William? I agree that different cultures, obviously, they're different, yeah. But don't you think that they're really interesting as well? I don't know. I absolutely love learning about new cultures. I think it's really good to learn about different cultures, learn about different history from different countries, different people. I don't know. I just really find it interesting. As long as I'm not offending anybody, as long as, I'm not insulting or upsetting anybody, I absolutely love the different cultures. Yeah. Right. Thank you. Somebody asked me about the classes. Yes, I do have classes if you go on my website. If you feel like your English is maybe intermediate, or more importantly, if you haven't lived in an English-speaking country before, please, please, please go for speaking 1, okay? I've put it as speaking 1. That doesn't mean it's basic ABC, no. It's the very first course that I created, maybe a couple of years ago, and it's a course that teaches you how we say different things in different situations. There are 11 lessons in total, and it talks about what you need to say if you're in a pharmacy, if you're in a post office or at the post office, if you've gone to the doctors, that's a nice long lesson, at the bank, a very long lesson. Let's say, for example, the bank one. Let's say you've got a card, you're an account holder, you've got a card, and now you want to put your husband or wife's name on that account. How do you say it? Or let's say you have a loan with the bank and you're worried that you can't make the next payment on the loan, and obviously you're going to be charged and you're a bit concerned about that. So these are the kinds of conversations or questions and sentences that you learn about being, for example, in the bank. So I would definitely recommend speaking 1 if you haven't lived in an English-speaking country before. Speaking 2 is what we're doing right now. We're on lesson number 7 for next Sunday, and students have just learned how to what questions to ask at an interview. For speaking 2, again, we have a lesson about going to the GP. They've learnt about all the questions that they want to ask the teacher at school for their kids. Just lots and lots of different things that they learn. Next week, they're going to learn how to write a review. So if you've bought something off Amazon or any of these websites and you want to review the product, or you've been to a restaurant, you want to review the service, for example, it will teach you how to write a review. Okay, and other things as well. The Telegram ID is in my bio, so please click on my bio on my page. There you will have my Telegram ID, and my Telegram channel is brand new, squeaky clean, brand new, still a baby. And I do try to teach grammar on there. I'm still on present continuous with the grammar. Do check it out. What I've tried to do is I'm teaching the grammar, which is the formula. Then I try and use it in sentences that hopefully you can use. I've also read over them, so it's pronunciation practice in an audio as well for you. So that's the Telegram. You also have access to my YouTube channel and my website as well, where you've got all the courses. Okay. Hopefully I have answered all your questions, I hope, and I've just run over by 5 minutes. Many apologies. Okay. Is your website in your bio? Yes, the website is in the bio. If you're hi Reza, if you're going to my website, please go to the website. The very first thing you're going to see at the top is something called Nemuna Tadris. That's where I've got all the lessons in Nemuna Tadris are free. Please watch them. There is a lesson from all different courses in there. Watch the lessons. Which one do you think is suitable to your level? That's the level you need to go for. Okay. So all of my lessons so far, all of my courses on my website so far have got Farsi translation as well, apart from my very last course, which is Language and Culture in the UK. Language and Culture in the UK is the only course that is all English. There's no Farsi in that one at all. Okay. What is a bio? So if you go on my main page on Instagram, the main page where you've got my face at the top, under there you've got a link. If you just click on that, then it'll take you to another page. Okay. مسئله دوره گرامر یک ثبت نام کردم. ممنونم بابت مثال هایی که زدین، خیلی مفید و کاربردی هستن. Thank you so much, Masma. Yes, that's what I've tried to do on the sorry, I'm getting a bit distracted here, on the grammar course. Thank you for that, Masma. I know all of you know the formula. All of you know what present simple is. You know what present continuous is. You know the formula for present perfect. You know going to and will for future. All of you know the formula. But how can you use that in real conversation? How can you use that in a sentence that you can actually use that sentence today? Okay, so that's what the Grammar 1 is about. It's 19 lessons in total. The lessons are quite long. The lessons can be 45 minutes sometimes. So I suggest you watch them in little parts. It has exercises as well. It's got the audio for pronunciation practice. If you want to sit the IELTS or TOEFL, I definitely recommend Grammar 1 to start you off. It'll help you with all the tense, most of the tenses, passives, the conditionals, all of that. Once you've got that, then you go on to Grammar 2, and that's where you've got the mixed conditionals, the more advanced passives, and more advanced tenses, and that kind of thing. Okay, lovely. Thank you so much for having me. Are you an English teacher? Have you got private lessons? 1-to-1, I think you're saying. I'm so sorry, I really don't. I really don't. My timetable is so full right now that I don't. I wish I did, but as soon as I have time available, empty slots, I will definitely advertise it on my page, I promise. Which side are you British from? Is that question? Which side are you British from? I think your question is, I'm not sure what your question is, but my mother is British, basically. My mum's British. Yes, Beta, thank you. Beta is my excellent helper here. Thank you so much, Beta. Lovely. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And that was, it was Nargis Mohammadi, yes. So congratulations again to Nargis and her family, and I think it's a congratulations to all Iranian women, although it doesn't mean anything yet. We still need to see the proof in the proof is in the pudding, as we say. We still need to see world leaders paying attention, but still it's a step in the right direction anyway. And hopefully Armita will recover very soon. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Have a fantastic evening. Good night.